Assalamu alaikum dear students, how are you? I hope you all going well. Yesterday we talked about the story The Blanket, right, in which we came to know that Peter and his grandfather relationship is very special because the boy loved him so much. That is why he did not want his granddad to leave. Even if his grandfather wanted to go, as he said that it was his decision to go. But Peter wants not his grandfather go to the old house, right? He knew that he was pretending. He also knew that his granddad is not actually willing to go, but he is pretending, camouflaging that he is going to go to the old house and it is his decision. So dear students, let's see what is there for you today. Oh yes, it's a fine blanket, Peter said and got up and went into the house. Right? He wasn't the kind to cry, and besides he was too old for that. Means he was quite endurant. He can endure, tolerate that particular thing, but he was not kind to cry or scream. वो रोने वाला नहीं था. Means he was not going to cry, he was not going to weep, he was not going to scream. Besides, other than that, he was too old, not that young. He was too old. He was a grown up now because he was 11-year old, right? And he was quite sensible, right? So he was not going to cry. He was trying to control his emotion, sentiment. He had just gone in to get Granddad's harmonica. He went into the house to bring out his Granddad's harmonica, right? The blanket dropped to the floor as the old man took the harmonica. While he was taking the harmonica, the blanket dropped or fell or slipped to the ground or floor, right? It was the last night they would have together. They were having their last night together, right? Neither the old man nor the young boy had say a word. Means both uttered nothing. उन्होंने कुछ भी नहीं बोला, खामोश है. They remained silent, producing nothing. Granddad played a few notes. He played few tunes. उसने कुछ धुनें बजाई, and then said और कहा, you will remember this one. You will not forget this one, rather you will remember this particular one. उसने फिर ऐसी धुन बजाई. उसने कहा कि ये तुम्हें हमेशा याद रहेगी ये धुन. The thin moon was high overhead and the gentle breeze blew down the valley. Means the moon was rising just over their heads, standing above their heads, and gentle soft gust of air blew or came into the valley, right? Came down in the valley the last night. Peter thought. Peter thought for the last time he would never hear Granddad play again, कि वो दोबारा अपने दादा को हारमोनिका बजाते हुए नहीं सुन सकेगा, नहीं सुन पाएगा. He would never hear. It was well that Dad was moving to a new house. It was good thing. It was a good thing that it was as decided that they were going to a new house. That's good. away from here, यहाँ से दूर, क्योंकि यहाँ ये घर उसको उसके दादा की याद दिलाता या उसकी यादें उसको बार बार सताती. And it was good that they were shifting to a new house. He did not want to sit here outside on fine evenings, pretty evenings under a white moon with Granddad gone. वो नहीं चाहता था दादा के जाने के बाद कि वो वहाँ पर बैठें शाम को चांद के नीचे. वो नहीं बैठना चाहता था. The music ended, the music finished, and the two sat for a few minutes in silence. Means they remained for some moments in silence. Then Granddad spoke. Here is something happier. यहाँ कुछ here is something pleasant. यहाँ पे कुछ है जो खुश करने वाली है कुछ चीजें. Peter sat and looked out over the valley. Okay, he stared towards the valley. He gazed towards the valley. Dad would marry that girl. बाप उस लड़की से शादी करेगा. Yes, that girl who had kissed him and who had said she would try to be a good mother to him and all that. Okay, and he said that once she kissed his forehead, saying that she would try to be a good mother to Peter and all that. Okay, blah blah and blah. The tune stopped suddenly. Okay, at once. The tune stopped at once. अचानक धुन रुक जाती है, म्यूजिक रुक जाती है. And Granddad sat, उनका grandfather sat. It's a poor tune, it's a weak tune. ये एक कमजोर धुन है. Except to be dancing to, except okay for dancing. इस पर सिर्फ रक्स किया जा सकता है. सुनने के लिए ये बहुत खराब धुन है. And then it's a fine girl your father's going to marry. उसने कहा कि वो लड़की बहुत अच्छी है जिससे तुम्हारा बाप शादी करने जा रहा है. He will feel young again with a pretty wife like that. He will feel young again with a beautiful or attractive wife like that. And what would an old fellow like me do around the house getting in the way? Getting in the way means be in the middle. Okay, he said that it would be of no use to be in the middle. Okay, to be wallowing here and there in the house. Okay, an old fool with all the talk about backaches and pains. Okay, as it happens that old persons are olds always complain about that back pains. Backaches means back pain or pain in the loin. कमर में दर्द को कहा जाता है pains. जिस तरह से बूढ़े लोग कहते हैं दर्द की शिकायत करते हैं. तो उसने कहा कि ओके यहाँ पे मेरा कोई काम नहीं है. फूल किसे कहते हैं? फूल a person who has lack of who lacks the judgment power. Okay, जिसमें डिसीजन पावर नहीं होता, ये चीजों को प्रॉपर जज नहीं कर सकते. सिली जिसे कहा जा सकता है, फुलिश. उसने कहा आई एम एन ओल्ड फूल विथ ऑल द टॉक अबाउट बैकएक एंड पेन. मैं एक यूजलेस हूँ. I am a useless one, okay, to be in the house talking about the backaches, pains, etc. etc. And then there will be babies coming, फिर बच्चे आएंगे. And I don't want to be around listening to them cry all hours of the night. और मैं सारी रात उनकी रोने की आवाज सुनते हुए यहाँ नहीं रह सकता. I cannot be enduring to that much, okay, to bear or to tolerate all those cries and screams. असल में उसका दादा चाहता था कि पीटर अपने बाप को गलत न समझे. इस वजह से वो चीज़ों को आसान करने की कोशिश कर रहा था और तमाम जिम्मेदारी अपने सर लेने की कोशिश कर रहा था. नो, इट्स बेस्ट दैट आई लीव. मेरे लिए बेहतर है कि मैं जाऊं. Well, one more tune or two, एक दो और धुनें सुने, and then we will get to bed. And they would get to bed, go to sleep, get some sleep. In the morning I will get my new blanket and take my leave. He said that in the morning he would get his new blanket and he would take he would take his leave. Listen to this. It's a bit of a sad tune, but a nice one for a night like this. No, he plays a sad tune, saying that it is appropriate. It is nice one for a night like that when they were parting with, right? जब वो जुदा हो रहे थे. They did not hear the two people coming down the road. उन्होंने उन दो लोगों को रोड से नीचे से आते हुए नहीं सुना. Dad and the pretty girl with a hard bright face like a doll, while the girl's face was beaming with joy or happiness, right? She was quite happy, she was quite bright, her face was beaming when they were coming together down the street, right? But they heard her laugh and the tune stopped suddenly. When they heard the laugh, the tune stopped. जब उनकी हंसने की आवाज सुनी तो धुन फिर रुक जाती है. Dad did not say a word, but the girl walked up to the granddad and said prettily, in a pretty manner, in a beautiful manner, in a sober manner. उसका बाप कुछ नहीं कहता, लेकिन वो लड़की उसके दादा के पास आई. The girl walked up, came to his Peter's grandfather and said prettily, I will not be seeing you in the morning, so I came over to say goodbye. She said that she would not be there in the morning to say him goodbye or to bid him farewell. उसको farewell कहने के लिए नहीं आएगी, इस वजह से वो अभी आई है. It's kind of you, आपका बहुत शुक्रिया, said Granddad, looking down at the floor and then seeing the blanket at his feet. He bent down to pick it up. अब क्या करता है? He pat or thanks to the girl for coming. उसका दादा उसका शुक्रिया अदा करता है. And leaning down at the floor, or stooping down at the floor, और वो फर्श की तरफ झुकता है, देखता है, sorry. And then seeing the blanket at his feet, he bent down, he stooped down, he leaned down to pick it up, और फिर वो झुक कर उसको उठाता है. And will you look at this? He said, sounding himself like a little boy. जब वो कह रहा था ये, तो ऐसा छोटे बच्चे की तरह लग रहा था. उसने कहा, क्या तुम इसे देखते हो? Isn't this a fine blanket my son has given me to go away with? क्या ये अच्छा कंबल नहीं है? मेरे बेटे ने मुझे दिया है लेकर जाने के लिए. Yes, she said. उसने कहा, हाँ ये एक अच्छा कंबल है. It's a fine blanket. देखो ये interpreted quotation है. The quotation is interpreted. That is why it begins with small letter, right? So yes, definitely it's a fine, it's a durable, it's a good, nice blanket. She felt the wool. उसने हाथ लगाकर उसके wool को check किया. She felt the stuff again and said, a fine blanket indeed. She turned to Dad and said to him coldly. Coldly means without emotion, right? Must have cost a pretty penny. इसका अच्छा खासा खर्चा आएगा. Pretty penny means something that costs high, something that is expensive, right? या अच्छा खासा इस पर पैसे लगे होंगे, ये महंगा कंबल होगा. Pretty penny means a large sum of money or a good handsome amount, right? Or something that is expensive, right? So must have a cost pretty penny. Dad cleared his throat. वो अपना गला साफ करता है. I wanted him to have the best. मैं थोड़ा सा यानी कि उसकी जबान लड़खड़ाती है. वो कहता है कि मैं चाहता था कि मैं सबसे बेहतरीन चीज गिफ्ट करूं. The girl stood there. The girl stood there, still looking at the blanket. It's a double one too. ये डबल भी है. ठीक है, वो कहती है कि ये डबल भी है. Yes, the old man said, it's a double one, a fine blanket for an old fellow to be going away with. ठीक है, एक मेरे जैसे बूढ़े के लिए ये बहुत ही अच्छा कंबल है, इट्स ए ड्यूरेबल वन, इट्स ए नाइस ब्लैंकेट, ओके, टू बी गोइंग अवे विथ, ले जाने के लिए. द बॉय सडनली वॉक्ड इनटू द हाउस. ओके, पीटर सडनली वॉक्ड इनटू द हाउस. पीटर घर के अंदर चला जाता है. ही कुड हेयर द गर्ल स्टिल टॉकिंग अबाउट द एक्सपेंसिव ब्लैंकेट व्हाइल ही वाज हेयरिंग, और ही हर्ड, स्टिल हर्ड, वो अब भी सुनती है. ओके, द गर्ल टॉकिंग अबाउट द cost of the blanket, okay, expensiveness of the blanket. He heard his dad get angry in his slow way. Okay, at the same time he noticed that his father is getting angry, furious, okay, in steadily or slowly. उसको लगता है कि उसका बाप, यानी कि उसके बाप को गुस्सा आ रहा है. किस पर? उस लड़की पर. द वे शी वॉज बिहेविंग, राइट, एंड द वे शी वॉज कंसिस्टेंटली टॉकिंग अबाउट द एक्सपेंसिवनेस और कॉस्ट ऑफ द ब्लैंकेट. ओके, एंड नाउ शी वॉज लीविंग. एज पीटर केम आउट, जो ही पीटर आया, द गर्ल टर्न एंड कॉल बैक, नो मैटर व्हाट यू से, ही डजंट नीड ए डबल ब्लैंकेट. तुम जो भी कहता हो, इट डजंट मैटर, कोई बात नहीं. ये किसको कहता है? पीटर के डैड को कहता है लड़की. जब पीटर घर से, कमरे से बाहर आता है, तो वो कहती है कि तुम जो भी कहो, लेकिन इसको कोई डबल ब्लैंकेट की जरूरत नहीं है. डैड लुक एट हर विथ ए फनी लुक इन हिज आई. ओके, वो यानी कि अपनी आंखों में मजाक या आयरनिकल नजरों से उसकी तरफ देखता है. She's right, Dad, the boy said. Okay, Peter intervened and said that she's right. ये लड़की ठीक कहती है. Granddad doesn't need a double blanket. दादा को डबल ब्लैंकेट की क्या जरूरत है? Hear that? And he held out a pair of scissors. And he held out means hold out का second form है. वो फिर हाथ में pair of scissors यानी कि कैंची लेके आता है, नीचे कंची पकड़ता है. पेयर ऑफ सीजर्स, राइट, ए पेयर ऑफ सीजर्स. सीजर तो वैसे इट इज टू बी यूज्ड एज प्लूरल, बट टू मेक इट सिंगुलर यू हैव टू पुट दिस ए पेयर, राइट. कट इट, डैड, कट द ब्लैंकेट इन टू. ही सेड, ही आस्क्ड हिज डैड टू कट द ब्लैंकेट इन टू. वो अपने बाबा से कहता है इस कंबल को दो हिस्सों में काट लें. बोथ ऑफ देम लुक्ड एट द बॉय सरप्राइज्ड. ओके, बोथ गॉट स्टर्न and surprisingly they looked at them. Cut it in two? I tell you, Dad, मैं आपसे कह रहा हूं कि इसको काट ले दो हिस्सों में, and keep the other half, और दूसरा हिस्सा अपने पास रखें. That's not a bad idea, said Granddad gently. In a soft manner, his granddad nodded. Okay, or he seconds what Peter said. पीटर की बात को उसने सेकंड किया. उसने कहा ये बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहा है. आई डोंट नीड सच ए बिग ब्लैंकेट, मुझे इतने बड़े कंबल की क्या जरूरत है. यस, द बॉय सेड, लड़के ने कहा. पीटर सेड, यस, राइट, ए सिंगल ब्लैंकेट इज इनफ फॉर एन ओल्ड मैन व्हेन ही इज सेंट अवे. अगर ये एक सिंगल कंबल काफी है एक बूढ़े के लिए जो कि यहां से जा रहा है. ही इज सेंट अवे, जिसको भेजा गया है. We will save the other half, Dad. It will come in useful later. हम दूसरे हिस्से को we will keep the other half written or saved, okay, and it would come in useful later. बाद में ये काम आएगा. ठीक है, यहाँ पे letter लफ्ज यूज हुआ है, LATER. ठीक है, LAT लेटर टाइम के लिए आता है, LATTER लेटर प्लेस के लिए आता है. Now what you do mean by that? Asked Dad. Peter's dad said, उसने कहा तुम्हारा क्या मतलब है? I mean, said the boy slowly. Peter said slowly, मेरा मतलब है that I will give it to you, Dad, when you are old and I'm sending you away. जब आप बूढ़े हो जाएंगे और मैं आपको भेज रहा हूँ तब ये काम आएगा. Right? You got the point, dear students? ये ओके, बल्टी में भी एक मिसाल है कि हम कहते हैं कि अति चुरंग बुला मीन्स इंग्लिश में कहा जाता है कि एज यू सॉ सोशल यू रीप, टिट फॉर टेट, जैसा करोगे वैसा भरोगे. राइट, इस पे बहुत सारी स्टोरीज भी हैं. सो देयर वाज ए बिग साइलेंस एंड देन डैड वेंट ओवर to Granddad and stood before him, not saying a word. Okay, but his granddad understood what the matter is, right? वो उसके सामने जाता है, कुछ नहीं कहता है, ऐसा लगता है as if he is embarrassed, कि वो बहुत ज्यादा क्या है, पशेमान है, repented, वो बहुत ज्यादा क्या repentant है, बहुत ज्यादा यानी कि पछता रहा है, शर्मिंदा है, he is shy. But Granddad understood, वो समझ जाता है, for because he put out his hand and laid it on Dad's shoulder, और वो अपना हाथ निकालकर उसके शोल्डर पर रखता है, as if he is patting on his shoulder, ऐसा कि जैसा कि वो उस पर थपकी दे रहा हो. Peter was watching them, Peter उसको देखता है, उनको देखता है, and he heard Granddad whisper softly, it's all right son, I knew you did not mean it. Okay, meanwhile Peter said, whisper किसे कहते हैं, सरगोशी करना. Okay, murmur or muttering. Okay, he says his granddad muttering in his dad's ears softly, in a gentle manner, saying it's all right son, सब ठीक है बेटा, I knew, मैं जानता था कि तुम्हारा ये मतलब नहीं है. Okay, and then Peter cried, Peter screamed, उतने में पीटर रोने लगता है. But it did not matter because all three were crying together, लेकिन उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा क्योंकि तीनों मिलकर रो रहे थे. Right? It means that okay, the story resolved in a happy way means okay, now Peter, Dad and Granddad were all crying out of joy. Okay, because Dad was not sending Granddad of that old house, rather he will stay with them. ठीक है, वो उनके साथ हमेशा उसने रहना था और उसको नहीं भेजा जा रहा था. That is why the story ends in a happy way, right? Thank you dear students, I hope you have well understood it. Okay, हम क्लास में भी इसको रिपीट कर लेंगे. यहाँ पे फॉर्मेलिटी कहें या जो भी जरूरत कहें, इन हालात के लिए यही किया जा सकता. सो वी डिड इट. सो थैंक यू.